A very good morning everyone, and welcome to a new daily market outlook in which I'm going to be discussing the major dollar pairs and of course the dollar index. So if you want to know where the major dollar pairs are going to be heading next, make sure to stay tuned and let's dive straight in. Starting off with the dollar index. The dollar index yesterday filled this small gap which we had to fill on the 4 hour. So that's pretty much acting as an area of demand at the moment, tapped in towards it and have been reversing ever since. So at the moment I do expect the dollar index to start pushing up higher again, as this was your 4 hour swing low and this was your 4 hour swing high. So we came in towards 4 hour discount, which is a nice area to go long from, and with discount I mean the lower 50% of that 4 hour swing range, so the gray zone. And as you can see, beautiful tap in towards this area of demand and have been reversing ever since. Now I'm expecting the 4 hour to continue its trend and to create a potential new higher high. Quickly diving in towards the daily, we're seeing a lot of daily bullish intentions, and I do expect a new higher high on the daily as well to be created. This is a nice daily pullback and we could soon see a new higher high. So with that said, let's head over to our next pair, which is Aussie dollar. Looking at Aussie dollar at the moment, I am expecting a further push in towards the downside. It is looking pretty nice after the liquidation that we saw over here. So yesterday I didn't really mention that we had this area of 4 hour supply alongside this nice liquidation high. So potentially we could now see a push down lower on Aussie dollar after also creating this kind of channel slash wedge formation with a clear 1, 2, third touch, liquidation, tap in towards this area of supply, which essentially broke this minor swing low, so, or this minor low, whatever you want to call it. So for now I am looking to see further downside potentially on Aussie dollar in line with the overall trend on the dollar index. Let's say the dollar index decides to push down lower and Aussie dollar decides to push up higher, then I will be keeping in mind that we could still see that 0.88 fib level, liquidation of this high, and tap in towards that daily and weekly supply zone. So yeah, let's just see if that 4 hour supply zone can hold. If it does not, then I do expect 0.88 fib to get hit. So with that said, let's go to euro dollar. And euro dollar of course made that nice retracement up in towards the highs of the 4 hour swing range. So this was your 4 hour swing range over here, came in towards the premium and then just decided to sell off. Very nice to see. At the moment we have some supply located over here alongside this liquidation high, so we could see potential pullback before a push down lower. Keeping in mind at the moment this is a reaction point that we have, so once we come in towards this sell before the buy, I do expect some kind of slowdown to happen on your dollar, potential pullback, and then something, for instance, like this to happen. So just keep that in mind when trading euro dollar. It could move down lower in the near future, but just keep in mind that we have some demand located over here. Nothing really that significant though, because it really hasn't taken out anything. If it, for instance, broke this high, then it would have been a stronger area of demand. So that said, let's head over to pound dollar. And pound dollar pretty much as expected, pushing down lower and took out the swing low as explained yesterday, pretty much now inside weekly demand and expecting some form of a slowdown over here inside this area. Looking at the daily, not much to be said. Also looking at the 4 hour, not much to be said. As you guys know, no clear areas of demand of demand located to our left. So at the moment we've seen a break of structure on this low. This is now your swing high, and now what do we want to see? We want to see a pullback in towards this supply zone, which took out this low and caused a break of structure to then look for shorts once again. That is pretty much it on pound dollar. For the rest, not much to be said. Just created a new lower low and a new lower high. So new lower high, new potential lower low over here. So yeah, that is it from pound dollar. Let's over to Kiwi dollar. And Kiwi dollar. So Kiwi dollar is currently also seeing some form of slowdown. Kiwi dollar is one of the more ugly pairs in my opinion. Not much to be said about this pair at the moment. Looking at the 1 hour, if you want to see further downside, we need to now break this low over here, see a push down, see a pullback, and then in towards supply for then a further potential sell-off. At the moment, I'm not really focusing on Kiwi dollar due to its messy nature. Looking at the daily real quick once again. Also not much to be said. As long as we do not close above this swing high, we are still good to move down lower, and you can still look for those shorts. So that is my advice. So yeah, tricky markets at the moment. This is much easier market conditions. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. These are much easier market conditions to trade in, as it's just so much easier to find those beautiful supply and demand trend setups on the 4 hour, as opposed to current market structure over here, which is just a little bit more messy, especially once you see this major impulse up. There's no real clear area of demand, but also no clear area of supply, which took out, let's say, an area of demand or a swing low. So these kind of charts just need to be skipped, in my opinion. So with that said, that is it for today, guys. Just skipping out on gold due to its messy and overextended nature. Not much to be said on gold. So yeah, wish you all a fantastic day. Thank you so much for tuning in, as always, and I wish you all a fantastic trading day. Thanks.